All right, here we are in a winner's semi-final match in the Alpha Navigators Cup number 24. And this one will be starring Aftermath's Albino in the blue Vanguard here in the top right of Broken Crown. Bottom left, his opponent, msrm, the red Infernal. And so far, opening with nothing? Opening with nothing. So that usually means saving up some mins for, and it looks like we're going to see an early shrine. Now, Albino's going to try and prevent this from going down. This is an old RTS trick, just by blocking the expo with your unit, just annoying it so it can't put it down at that optimal timing. You saved up your mins, you were ready to put it down right when you had your resources ready, and the dog was just getting in the way. What that means is the risk that you take on this match up while you're going for your shrine first, you're now not getting that reward necessarily. Your shrine is a little bit delayed, and you're not getting the reward that you're hoping for this risk. Now, the Conclave, the risk is that it's going to be later now, and we see it's later, and this dog's going to just chew on it for a while, and every bite of damage that it takes is permanent damage. So yeah, we do see the Hexen coming down to chase the dog away, and an imp. Now what's that imp's purpose? Maybe just to build a farm or something. Yeah, indeed. While Albino has opened with 2 racks back home. No command post first, so this could be an advantage for Albino. We'll see, because I think this move for msrm may have been a little bit of a metagame move, thinking, hey, Vanguard often open up with a command post first. Maybe I'll just counter that eco advantage by opening with my own shrine first. So we'll see how it goes. There's a lot of dogs here, and dogs are good against, well, workers, which is pretty much all that msrm has right now. Also good against the Hexen and the Gaunts. But at the moment, the dogs do not choose to be aggressive. They're trying to steal this camp. They will get a last kill on one of those units and then take the camp. But that's a lot of scouts out so far. More scouts coming to join. A Fiend trying to run by and see what's going on. And I think now msrm sees, oh, you didn't go command post first. Probably knew that when he saw all the dogs. We got an overcharge. Okay, I'm like, that was an overcommit. No, now we're getting a command post. Overcharging for a single Fiend, that seems silly. Now we do see that msrm has a little bit of an army out, so any option for those dogs to be early aggressive is maybe pass. I mean, this isn't super strong army against those dogs, but with the meat farm there and the defender's advantage, of course. So what do we see the dogs doing? Well, actually, it's an even bigger pack of dogs now, and they've taken out this health camp, going to heal up. And the advantage of dogs right now in the new patch, of course, with their new bonus damage against creep, they have once again become an early game option for some map control. Just not quite as dominant as they were in earlier patches. And they're using those lightning legs to get around, but I think that was mostly just an attempt to try and find out where was the army of msrm. If it's out on the map, I'm going to try and jump on top of it, maybe get some damage. Because out on the map, you're not going to necessarily have that defender's advantage. You're not going to have static D. You're not going to have a faster reinforcement. Instead, what you're going to have is just a better retreat. If you're the attacking force there, you're a better option. So if you're these dogs, if it looks like some reinforcements show up and you need to turn, you can do so. But it looks like, oh, msrm is opting for a drop, and we see these hedgehogs seizing up here. The hedgehogs were recently added to this comp. Looks like it's hogs and dogs for albino, but there's a drop incoming. And yes, we got some gaunts in here. They got their plague axes. That's usually the goal of these drops. The shroud that's produced by the Harbinger, of course, helps out. It's great synergy between these units. Now the Hedgehogs try and focus the Harbinger for a second. We do have an overcharge on the Bobs, which is going to give them bonus armor. Again, that has been tuned down in the most recent patch. But it looks like so far not a lot of damage. Well, okay, we get another land from MSRM. Just trying to land on top of these units. Enabling the Gaunts to move quicker. And that's already going to be a GG out of Albino. Okay, here we are in game 2. MSRM spawning in the bottom left here of Secluded Grove. The red Infernal. And his blue Vanguard opponent is Aftermath's Albino, who opened Scouts last game and unfortunately was unable to battle back against those Gaunt that dropped into his base. So it turns out maybe we've got that same interaction here in the early game. MSRM going for a shrine first, and this dog just trying to be annoying, and again being annoying as that imp turns to try and build the shrine. Blocks the space again, and the shrine just being delayed that many seconds, however many that may have been. And Conclave. Okay, so same opening for MSRM. The dog's trying to chew on the shrine now, but same opening for for Albino as well, which is double racks. And yes, scout production. So gonna try and go for that same style. We'll see if it works for him this time around. I wonder if he will make adjustments to anticipate a potential drop. It's very possible MSRM will do the same kind of similar style. Looks like MSRM's build is fairly well practiced. This meat farm at the natural was the same pattern that he did last game. Now dog's trying to chew on that meat farm. And meat farms don't have a lot of health, and as they're being built they don't have armor, so that's already a lot of damage there, but it's gonna go up and stay up for now. Albino gonna try and steal this creep camp. And MSRM being cautious, so sending a skull to scout. And getting a last kill. Or I assume that was the last kill. We definitely got a hit and the fiend popped out. Another skull going up. I think that was maybe just late cast trying to get another last kill. Or maybe take out... Oh, actually, I think I'm wrong. It was probably here to try and capture this space or prevent it from being captured. And the scout here is actually there to recapture or stop the skull in that case. The dogs again early game have this advantage and they're out creeping, so they've stolen the health camp. They're now going to steal the vision camp, and MSRM is just trying to stabilize his quickly growing economy. And he's already at tier 2. He's already going for that Twilight Spire, and he's got the Ritual Chamber on the way. So again, this seems like it's a well-practiced build out of MSRM, which I think we should expect. He's one of the best players in the world at Infernal. And we'll just keep our eye here on this build to see how quickly he can get this drop going. I mean, maybe he's even got it down to, you know, producing exactly the right number of gaunts for the drop. He does have a little bit of Therium saved up, but I think that's good. He's actually got 10 imps on Therium right now. Looks like a couple get transferred. Plague Axe is almost done, and our Harbinger out. And yes, so this Gaunt drop is on the way. With Plague Axe is still not quite done. The dogs, which can be strong against Gaunts, but they need to be back in the base to do so. Not quite as strong as they once were. And the Harbinger going straight across the map. It's 5 minutes into the game. And we have this Gaunt harass on the way. Now immediately it lands. They're going to try and target the Bobs. They got one of the Bobs. In fact, this is some good micro out of msrm to focus fire Bobs and produce some Fiends. And again, some good micro to reload the Harbinger and pull away. Now these Lancers, also quite good against the Gaunts. Well, they did not head back into the base. And these Gaunts... Oh, there's a Flak Cannon back there, so maybe these are the adjustments that we see Albino make. And so far, this drop has been deflected. We also see these dogs out here. Ooh, taking out an Imp that looked like it was going for a third. And these Lancers also looking for a third down here. So ooh, here we go. Trample. Getting a little bit of a surround from the dogs. They didn't want to commit there. The trample cooldown had already ended. But Megs can still be pretty scary. Okay, so this drop. There's now Flak Cannon at the natural too. I was curious there if we had missed some action from the drop, but it looks like the drop has been deflected on both bases. And now msrm seems a little unsure what to do with it. The dogs remain camped out here. Oh, there are Lancers in the main. Sorry, I missed that. There are Lancers here. They tried to do a run by. It looks like they are being chased out. This one Lancer kind of being trapped between all these units. And now it's dogs on the third. A couple Lancers hanging out in the woods. They're sort of free picking, but are they, you know, don't think they're really hidden. Few Fiends fighting these dogs. Actually, I would have thought the Fiends would go down a little bit quicker to those dogs, so maybe they're not quite as bad as I thought. Okay, so I think all the Lancers got cleaned up, so it's just these dogs here. Let's see what's going on back home. Oh, and the drop tried to come in again, and there are more Lancers and an XO out here. There's one Fiend in there as well. There's Vulcan on the low ground. Now that's going to be really good against the drop. And now a skirmish at the Vision Cap. The dogs decide to retreat, though. I think the single mag is a good deterrent there. Okay, so this Gaunt trying to come in again. There are Gaunt on top of Exos, which can be pretty good, although the Flak Cannon in the back there got a nice good shot off. So this harass is a lot weaker because those Flak Cannons push it away from the valuable parts of the base you want to be harassing, where the workers are. These dogs camped out here on the side. Seeing the Shroud Sound go down, try and get a surround on it. There are two Megs here now. They turn to try and chase the dogs away. And a little aggro from the Gaunts, and the dogs eat the cabbage and run. Vision Camp cleared out. It's a pretty big army now from msrm. Reloading up the Harbinger, but this time with mags. And I like this play. When the Gaunt drops fail, the Harbinger doesn't become useless. A lot of infernal units, like mags and brutes, can be slow and cumbersome and hard to get in position. Well, you can drop them on the back line and get a nice sort of flank situation. Now msrm adjusting his army a little bit there to try and get a better engage, dropping the mags down and actually managing to get one Vulcan. That's actually a really nice kill. We have another shield going down on one of the Vulcans, some Lancers going down. And this single hero Vulcan, yeah, is not going to be enough to save the day, and that's going to be a GG out of Albino.